Welcome along to the DJ Mixtape. Today we're going to be taking a look at Lalal.ai for stem separation and in particular your acapellas. Now, stem separation is quite a buzzword in the DJ community at the moment. You've got companies like Serato, Rekordbox, all offering on-the-fly stem separation with varied results. Now, still at the moment, in 2024, the best way to create the highest quality acapellas is by using some standalone software like Lalal or Lalal, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. There are others available, and we're going to be looking at some of those in later videos in this mini-series. But today we're concentrating on Lalal, and let's jump into the software and take a look. So you can access Lalal.ai through your web browser. It does come with an app actually, which is really, really good on mobile. Not much point, I don't think, on the desktop from what I've seen, but really, really good on mobile if you want to, do your acapellas on the go. It also has great integration with Google Drive and that kind of thing. So really, really worth it. And it's very slick as well. So when you load up Lalal, you create an account and it will give you a few free stem credits, sorry. So credits are what they charge for separating your stems. So it's kind of a pay-as-you-go model rather than a monthly subscription or a one-off payment, which I quite like. I quite like that way of working. You'll see a page like this. It's pretty straightforward where it says stems, vocal instruments here. Click on the drop-down, and this is where you can select what you're actually looking for in your stem, whether it's the drums or the piano, whatever. We're going to look at vocals and acapellas today. So it gives you two options: vocal, instrumental, voice and noise. They're both very similar. I think there might be a few differences in the algorithm or whatever, but I think on the whole they're quite similar. So stick with vocal and instrumental. And the top right here in the gear cog, you can choose between the old version and the new version. Stick with the new version, it's so much better. It's just cleaner, crisper, etc. So stick with that. And below that, you can choose how aggressive you want to be with your stem separation. I'd always say less is more. Start off mild. If you need a bit more, you can go higher. But mild will give you the best, fullest vocals if you like. But it really does depend on the track you're using. So play around with those. It's also just introduced de-echo vocals, which I haven't had much time to play around with yet. It seemed a bit hit and miss, but I love the idea of it, and I think it's something that they'll kind of develop as time goes by. So that's a really exciting new little feature, which is fantastic. So yeah, have a play around with that. And we're going to upload a track and we're going to take a look at the results. So now we've uploaded a track, we're in preview mode, and it's really quick to do this. It takes anywhere between sort of 15 and 30 seconds if you've got decent internet, which is great. And previews you don't actually use credits for. You can have as many free previews as you want, so you can kind of get an idea of the quality of the acapella before you decide to commit to processing the entire file, and that's when it's going to use up your credits. You can see here I've got 389 credits remaining, so if my entire track was 3 minutes long and I processed it, it would take 3 minutes off my time, which I think is quite a nice way of working. And we're going to have a look at a couple more after we've just given this one a demo. So let's just play it from the beginning and let's just see what kind of quality we're looking at here.
Oh, you the queen,
You're the king,
we get our aces out. You the queen,
You're the king,
we get
our aces out. We got all we need. No new friends, no.
what you
La
got.
la 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 la
No friends. No
So not bad at all. It's done a really good job of separating those, everything away from that vocal in that kind of range. There's not really many artifacts. One of the downsides of using this, on the fly stem separation, is that you tend to get all these kind of percussive sounds coming through around the vocal frequency, which makes it sound pretty bad and tinny. But that's really good. A little bit of depth in the mids there as well, which is great. So we're going to upload another one, and let's just have a listen to that one as well. So we've just uploaded another track so we can give it another listen on something different. It's worth mentioning that I'm using FLAC, but I do recommend using kind of lossless formats like Wave or AIFF or FLAC, just because the original quality that you're putting into it is going to be better. But it's it's entirely up to you. Let's play this one and see what it's thrown out.
I knew just what it had to be when I heard you say what you said to me. Do every do inside. Look like you're working up an appetite for the night. Jacket. By then I just sat at the back, keeping you out the way you act. Every string you deck. Getting out of line, I'm yanking you back in your place.
Yeah, really, really good. Very crisp. I'm very impressed with this, the latest update that they've made on Lalal. It's really, really is, pushing to be the best one out there at the moment. So we're going to go back over and talk through some of the cons and pros of Lalal. So let's just run through some of the pros and cons of Lalal. There are plenty of pros, starting with the ease of use. It's very intuitive. Moving on to the speed with which the processor processes the stems is very impressive and definitely quicker than a lot of the stuff out there at the moment. Also, it comes with a great mobile app. If you're on the go and you want to do some a cappella work, that's great as well. I think the biggest plus really is just the quality of what you get from the stems. It definitely is up there with the leading players at the moment with stem separation. So in terms of the cons, there are not too many cons. There's a bulk upload feature, so you can save time and upload a number of tracks at the same time. There's no preview on this mode though, really, so I'd like to see that changed. Also, some people might not like the payment model of pay-as-you-go. I quite like it myself, but it won't suit everybody. And also, there's not much you can do in the way of parameters. I'd like to see a few more parameters there so we can, tweak the results a little bit more in addition to what they've already got with the, separation aggression that they've already got and the de-echo. So just my own opinions there. I'd like to see a few more kind of parameters to play around with the sounds. But overall, it really is leading the way, I think, in stem separation at the moment, and I can't recommend it highly enough. We're going to drop a link below so you can get over to Lalal and check out for yourself what it's doing. And we're going to be doing some more on stem separation software over the coming weeks. So we hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you in the next ones. Bye-bye.